Okay, we've now got, oh, we've got a teacher. This way. Malini Narayanan. From Army Public School, Shankar Vihar?
Yeah.
All right.
Morning.
Sorry, I'll turn back this way. Ah, there you are, ma'am.
Yeah. A special moment to interact with you. Must also tell you that we have over 200, 300 school students here, and I head the Army Public School. I'm the principal. My question to you is, the Indian education system has done extremely well. We have you in Google, and that is the proof of the pudding. We want to know, how do we now adapt ourselves to become future ready? And what are the skills and the techniques that the children now need to learn so that they have an edge over the other competitors? There are plenty of nations fielding people. So how do we get the edge over the other nations of the world?
Thank you. For me, I think a way, as you said, India has a strong educational system, and there's a culture of valuing education, which is phenomenal. I think ways in which we could move forward would be, for me, if I look at what is needed to solve the next generation of problems, creativity is an important attribute. I think so. Encouraging more creativity through the educational system. Today, I do think our educational system values, rigorous academic knowledge over necessarily, being more creative in how you approach education. I think that's important. Another thing I would say is, and I think I've seen it in the best schools in the US, etc. It's what I call, it's very experiential, very hands-on. People learn how to do things by doing them, and not just by learning about them, right? And I think that's a big difference. So, to me, so allowing a system in which there's a lot more creativity, learning how to get things done by hand, and so much more of a project-based experiential learning are all, I think, trends which the Indian educational system needs to adopt. And I also think it's important to teach students to take risks, and and making sure the system doesn't penalize for you to take risks, and if you're different. And so those are all attributes which I think are important. So.
You have no idea how popular you just became with her students. No, but it's interesting, because a lot of the time in the Indian education system, as I was getting my son to study for his exams, and he said they're only testing me on what someone else has already answered. They're not allowing me to learn for myself. And what Google has done now is Google gives all the answers to the questions that are going to come in the exam. So how do people study? And it's a very valid question that she asked. How do we study now? So the education system has now got to adapt to the fact that Google is giving you all the answers anyway. Maybe that's one of the reasons why we are very good at re-engineering, but not as good as inventing. So, okay, there you are. Thank you, Mani. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got...